Oh, we'll start with more wonderful Indiana at Ohio State. Xavier Johnson for two, but denied by Eugene Brown. A big block. Looking LeBron-esque, looking Jordan-esque, to be honest with you, Nick. More in this game later. Moving on to the weird. In the wake of the Michigan-Wisconsin brouhaha, the worst take in the world, which multiple people had, was, you know what we need to do? Ban the post-game handshake. It's the handshake's fault. Yesterday, Tom Izzo spoke about a no handshake game ending. Take a listen.
If some team doesn't want to shake hands, you're going to see 15 of my guys walk down and shake air. We're going to shake air, and I'm going to shake air, and then we're going to leave.
Okay, moving on to the wonderful back to Ohio State. Down 2, 17 seconds left. E.J. Liddell ties it with a dunk. The Buckeyes end up winning in OT. They move to 17-7. Sneaky 5 seed. Watch out come March for the Buckeyes. And finally, the weird. Baylor, Oklahoma knotted up at 60. This shot does not count. It goes in after the buzzer. But upon further review of myself, I throw the Gucci flag. It is too cool not to count.
Ooh.
This does count. So even though Baylor wins it in overtime, according to me and my official rulebook, Oklahoma State with the victory. Congratulations, Oklahoma State. And that's a weird and wonderful from the National Pastimes.
Looked like you were right.
Why didn't
Bob.
it count?
Looked like it should have counted. Right, it looked like it should have counted.
Should have.
All right, moving on. Talk New Orleans Pelicans now. They traded for CJ McCollum 2 weeks ago in the hopes of one day pairing him and Zion together, form a nice little duo. Only one issue, just one. The two still haven't spoken. Nothing, not a word since CJ joined the team. Here was McCollum on Zion.
He's a big part of our future. Obviously, we're looking forward to getting him back. I haven't had conversations with him directly. I've spoken to some people close to him and look forward to sitting down with him sooner than later. But I don't really. I know about as much as you do right now, but I'm going to get to the bottom.
No.
See all those smirks? Nick, are Zion's days in New Orleans numbered?
I don't know if his days in New Orleans are numbered, but I do know Zion needs better people around him. Zion's a kid. Zion, I have a son younger than Zion or older than Zion Williamson. I am very concerned about him. And Broussard, I'm going to call on you. I think you need to intervene. I know you have New Orleans roots. I'm guessing you at some point spent some time in Spartanburg, South Carolina. You spent some time in the Carolinas. Tell me I'm right. I'm sure you did. You've lived everywhere. There's some time you have some connection to Zion Williamson. There you go. You also are a well-known, devoted man of God. Reportedly Zion is as well, and you are an NBA elder. You need to get to him and be like, hey man, this ain't it. Because the idea that they would trade for CJ and he wouldn't talk to him is unfathomable to me. And the little bit I know about Zion, I think, I say this kindly, I think naivete is maybe one of his weaknesses. I think anyone with that much fame and that much money and that much attention at that young of an age from that small of a town is going to trust the people around him. And I think the people around him are giving him bad advice repeatedly. And this thing can go left on him real quick, even if he gets healthy. So I think he needs better people around him, Broussard. And I'm only partially joking that it should be you. If it's not you, it should be Bill Russell or some NBA royalty or somebody at Nike, or maybe the Nike people are the ones steering him wrong. I don't know who it is. But this can't be how Zion envisioned the first few years of his career going. And I can't think of a single good reason he wouldn't have spoken to CJ yet.
Well, look, I do agree with you that he needs some better advice, and there is some naivete there. Like you said, he's 21 years old. He may be the face of the Pelicans just because of who he is and how good he is when he plays, but he's a young kid, and I don't think he knows how to be the leader of the team. I don't think he sees himself as the leader of the team. It may not have even crossed his mind to reach out to CJ. But let me say this, too. Let's not act like this is James Harden and Joel Embiid or Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant. With all due respect to CJ McCollum, who is a very good player, if he had played in the Eastern Conference all these years, he'd have some all-star games under his belt. But CJ's not a superstar. This is not Damian Lillard, Steph Curry, somebody you're bringing. Oh, they're about to take the league by storm. There's a decade age difference between them, all right? CJ's 30. Zion's 21. They ain't going nowhere. This is not some great duo coming together that's about to lead New Orleans to a great playoff run. So,
but isn't it his best teammate ever?
Here's the advice. Yeah, probably, yes. I mean, we'll see what Brandon Ingram becomes. But, yeah, but what are they? They're not going anywhere. Here's the advice I would give Zion, Nick, though. This is the first thing I'd say. Call David Griffin. You should be on the phone with David Griffin now, saying, Griff, as soon as the season's over, let's sign this contract extension. Because Wiles and others are afraid Zion may leave. With Zion's injury history, you need to lock up that $181 million. If you want to leave New Orleans, then do a Ben Simmons later. But for now, get your money in case your body never gets right. That's the advice I would give you. That's the first thing. Get your money. Get your loot.
Here's my that's fair. Here's my advice. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. We're going to get sued for me singing, and I don't care because Zion is coming to the Garden, which is how many things do we need to see? He does not have a good relationship with David Griffin. I don't care how many pianos David Griffin drags into the hotel lobby to play him a sonata. It's not working. See, he doesn't talk to CJ. You know who he does talk to? RJ Barrett. Would love to go play with him. And Nick, you talk about him wanting more people around. Are you talking about the leadership at CAA Sports, formerly run by Leon Rose, who's now over in Madison Square Garden? Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. He's going to turn down the extension. I love that pulling a Ben Simmons is now like a logical thing to do. He's going to leave.
Saying, like, you
it's going to be
out
Anthony Davis
later
without the T-shirts. That's all. He doesn't have to. He's like, all right, I don't need the "That's all, folks" shirt. It's going to follow exactly like Anthony Davis, but instead of having it be a little bit of a disaster at the end, it's going to be a disaster at the middle. He's going to force his way out and come to New York, and New York will give him his money, Nick, just like Kevin Durant. Like, we know you're coming off an Achilles. We don't care. Here's your max deal. It's going to be the same thing with Zion. Ooh, I don't know if you can get a jersey yet. Ooh, I'm excited.
Even if that's true, Jenna, there's no reason not to talk to CJ. Even if that's true, there's no reason to let this story be out there by not talking to CJ. Talking to CJ doesn't lock you into New Orleans, buddy. Like, I love Zion. He is not handling this properly, Jenna. I think that is very, very clear.
All right, let's set this aside because I got something that Kevin Wildes is very excited about. Let's talk about the New England Patriots. Wildes, two of your favorite people on planet Earth, going to be teaming up next season. Planet Earth, yeah, I said that. Report out yesterday that Patriots offensive assistant Joe Judge